Let's talk about Bitcoin potentially coming down to $50,000, maybe even 45 or $40,000, which would be quite tragic if that did happen in this market. Now, overall on the year, Bitcoin is still holding very, very strong from low sort of mid $20,000 levels. We hit 70 plus K. We're sitting at $58,000 right now, and many people are already worried that this is the end and this is over. Well, firstly, we've not yet had a real 30-40% correction in these markets. It is also the summer, which is known for being a lull, and we can see that overall the entire state of the crypto space is looking rather bearish. So I do want to talk about it. We've just entered the fearful sort of sentiment here in the crypto space as well. Sentimental analysis reflecting how retailers feel in the consumer market. And, you know, at the moment, we do have to kind of try and understand what is going on in these markets. So at the moment, I'm not really feeling too bad. We're kind of just sitting at $57.8 thousand. We did dip down to the 56s earlier, but this doesn't really look terrible at all. Yes, we've entered a new support of 60k. We could still come back down to 51.5k over here, and the reason is, you know, we look at this correction, it would be about 30%, which is typically normal. But also the RSI here, the one thing we wouldn't want is to see Bitcoin come down back to 35 or 20 or 25 or 30 RSI on the weekly. However, seeing Bitcoin down here, sub 30 RSI, the last time it was sub 30 RSI was actually also pretty much last summer. As you can see, these sub 30 RSI areas could typically be quite good to sort of dollar cost average into. So every time that kind of happens where Bitcoin does go sub 30 on the RSI, I mean, we can jot this one in here. We can also jot the latest one in. And there were loads of other times as well, you know, in the past where Bitcoin has done this on the daily RSI. If we look at those kind of lines, the vertical lines, which reflect every time Bitcoin does go into those lower thresholds on the RSI, you can see in November 2022, pumped up. Then again, in March 2023, pumped up. Then happened again, August 2023, last summer, massive pump. So this could just be one major shakeout. However, so far from this oversold position, we've actually just continued to go down a little bit lower. So we still could go lower. Absolutely, that could happen. Now, firstly, from current price level, if we were to, well, from the local all-time high, shall I say, if we were to actually go to $50,000, you're looking at a 30% correction. In my opinion, that's quite normal. If we were to then go down to $43,000, which is the next point of interest, you're looking at a 40% correction. I think overall, getting to 45k would be probably the max limit, and you wouldn't want to see $40,000 happen, although it could still be a possibility in these markets. So I think things are less volatile these days. We've got a higher market cap, more liquidity locked in overall TVL-wise, and we've got many more altcoins and chains as well. Now, that would lead to a 45% correction, the $40,000 mark, a real area of interest where I would definitely be apish and really putting a lot of money into Bitcoin, perhaps going really, really long on that particular entry. But firstly, entry point 1 is 51k here. It might not even get there, but the other area where I think is more of a possibility is about $45,000, 44, 45k could be also a possibility. If it doesn't go any lower, then we're still in a good place to potentially climb to the next sort of stage, which would be looking at the $78,000 and $80,000 region. But I still think we need more time trading sideways. If you look what happened last bull market cycle, you can see on multiple occasions Bitcoin did have heavy corrections. We had a 30% correction. We then had from that particular corrective phase, we had 25%, and then from this top to this bottom we had 53% correction. So lots of corrections in the space have occurred. 53%, and then an all-time high is what happened last time around. So nothing stops Bitcoin from actually also correcting 50% and going into the $30,000 based on that historical price action. But I don't think we will see that much volatility this time around. I still think 40 to 50k can happen, maybe, but I also think we need to spend some time in these lower areas, kind of trading down this region, as boring as it seems, and then work our way up and to new highs from there. We don't want to rush this sort of process. I think that would be the worst thing, but we need to get that window of consolidation at a new consolidative sort of undervaluation phase. We want the extreme fear to be higher, not lower than before. So the longer we have to do that, extreme fear and fear in the market could now be valued in at $40,000 to $50,000. Whereas before, the extreme fear in the market is kind of always valued and tuned in at about $20,000. So we do need to spend some time trading sideways for Bitcoin to really blow up and go hit those magical numbers, especially 6 digits. What else is also happening? Ahead of the UK election, major parties remain silent on crypto issues. The UK is set to hold its first election in 5 years on Thursday, and crypto is not a campaign trail issue. So basically, they're not really talking about cryptocurrency. I think you could probably argue that there are far greater problems in the United Kingdom than crypto right now, because crypto isn't a problem itself. It's actually a solution. And I think, being able to immutably store your crypto, having that decentralized finance is a great benefit, especially with fiat financial systems that break and burn down over time. Now, the Labour Party is leading the polls with 42% of voters expressing support, while the Conservatives have 19%. But the problem is here, many people are just confused on the future still of blockchain and cryptocurrency in the United Kingdom. People don't really know how to sort of angle their minds towards it, how to feel about it. Should we be hostile? Should we be more warming towards the idea of cryptocurrency? Get more businesses to put crypto and Bitcoin on their balance sheets. We're not really getting that sense right now. You can also see articles here. Bitcoin will crash to $50,000 according to 10x Research warns. According to 10x Researchers, Bitcoin's potential drop below 50,000 is linked to dwindling buy flows and accelerating sell flows. Effectively, there's more selling volume. According to experts at 10x Research, experts, okay, Bitcoin is poised to fall below 57,000 from over $60,000 on July 4. They suggest that this sharp decline may just be the beginning, potentially to a 50k drop. Breaking the psychological 60k benchmark towards 50k marks a significant shift in market sentiment. Yeah, it's nothing new. You're just saying 70 to 50k, which is really nothing new. If we look at our correction again, 70k to 50k, it's 30%. That is normal. So we need to remind ourselves that these 30% moves are normal in these markets. Before, they were happening all the time. If you go back over here, 63% correction, 85% correction in 2018. There was an 86% correction in 2015. And if we keep on looking, a 93% correction over here in 2011. So the historical data, people from 10 years ago who endured these extremely volatile bull market cycles, trust me, they are not even getting off their chair for this one. They're not even getting out of bed for this one. They're not even checking their phones for this one. This is nothing compared to what we've seen in the past. Anyways, I think it's interesting to see where we are. If you're new or existing in the crypto markets, make sure you also sign up to KSEX, a new lovely centralized exchange here where you can do your future trading, spot trading, leverage trading, KYC free. Sign up down below. If you use my link, you're going to get more bonuses when you get that trades go through. And that's really amazing. Love KSEX so far. We'll do some more trading there, absolutely. And if you're looking to obtain some trading signals, guys, and hopefully grow your crypto portfolio so you can get some signals like the ones that you see on screen, please do check out my Patreon link down below. Subscribe as a VIP, enter the Discord as a VIP, and you're going to get access to all these trading signals, over 500 trading signals per month. So we do talk about a lot, but the more of you in here, the better. It's a great community where people get education. They go from being someone with no confidence in these markets to somebody with a large amount of confidence and proactivity in the crypto market, so we can really surf through the volatility and know what to do next. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you soon, guys. Bitcoin is, of course, in a rocky boat right now, but it doesn't mean it's going to crash to 40k. It doesn't mean it's not going to ever get to 100k. It's just a phase. It's the summer. It's a lull. Let's see what happens in September onwards. Bye for now. Peace.